Hello, welcome to my Wednesday. I'm having a funny day today. It's been a bit of an unusual one vloggy wise because today I was only going to film this product unboxing and review video that I've been asked to do. You might or might not have seen it because I was planning to get it up for tomorrow night because as a daily vlogger I turn these things around like lightning. I just stay up late, edit in the night, finish them off in the morning and boom, they're up by the next night. So I was just, you know, uploading the first lot of footage onto my computer while the Hoover is charging over there. Because, you know, you've got to do these things in 2 chunks because I've got to give it 4 hours to charge now, you see. And then I thought, oh, I better email the lady that sent it to me because she wants me to put certain codes in the description, codes or links, something like that. And then it occurred to me, what if she's got hundreds and hundreds of emails to get through every day and she can't get to my email in time for me to upload it? So then I thought, oh, well, I'll vlog today then as well. And then I'll make 2 in one day and whichever one can go out first will go out first. Anyway, I wanted to speak to you because I had a brainwave about the DMs. You know that little ongoing issue I've had with my Dr. Marten Mary Jane shoes? Well, I had a brainwave. I thought, what if the local cobbler can stretch them? So I went down yesterday and he can. And he said, yes, I'll put them on the stretching machine. And lo and behold, there was this pair of high heels right in front of my eyes on this most, oh, this archaic looking contraption. So they were both there like this, you know, looking very high heely. And he's got these things and I think he turns a screw or something and they go out and it makes the shoes widen over a period. So I've got to go and collect them later so we'll be able to see if it's made any difference. He said he can't do anything about the length, but if the width is the issue, then yes, he can. And that is the issue. So fingers crossed for that. Anyway, here's what's been going on in here. This is the remains. I've been taking this Hoover thing out of box. It's not just a Hoover though, it's a mop as well. It's got apparently a water chamber in it, so I'm quite actually genuinely very excited to try it out later. Oh, I haven't tried it yet. Anyway, if that's been up and you haven't seen it and you want to, feel free to watch it. I had a lot of fun getting all different angles and close-ups and all sorts of fun things like that, so hopefully it should be nice and snappy when it comes out. Right now, I'm thinking the cobblers might be shut for lunch. I don't know if he shuts for lunch, but because he might do and I don't want to waste a trip, I'm going to go and practice my flute now. I have got 4 gigs this week. My work is very seasonal and it tends to be a lot more densely clustered around the summer months. And we're in the thick of it this week, we really are. So I've got 1 done, which was Monday. I've got 1 Friday, 1 Saturday and 1 Sunday as well. And it's with a total of 3 different bands and there is just no way that it's going to be humanly possible for me to rehearse all the repertoire that I need to rehearse for all 3 bands. So I'm just gonna have to do my best. I definitely need to make myself a cup of tea to take down in the cellar. And do you know what? It's supposed to be a heat wave today. I put some thermometers out in the garden so I could tell you what temperature it was. See, I knew I was going to be vlogging. This is the shade, so that is 32, is it? 32 and a bit, or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that's quite hot for the shade. And in the sun, 45 degrees Celsius. I'll put the Fahrenheit on screen. This bean is the favourite, oh, excuse the bird poo. This bean is my favourite plant in the whole garden. I can't believe it survived from last year and grew all by itself. It's now the height of my head. And we have strawberries growing, but honestly, look at those silvery trails. The race is on. The minute they get to ripeness, the slugs are there. That one looks like, I don't know what's going on there. It's covered in slug trails though. It's most annoying, isn't it? I need this. So basically, Friday's gig is easy and straightforward. It's with my normal Cayley band that I do nearly all my work with, and I don't need to practice for that very much. There's a couple of things I need to go through, but I can play them. It's just revision, and I can do that on Friday. On Saturday, I'm out with the Cayley band that I rarely play with. I do need to go through them, basically, before gigs. Otherwise, there's a risk that I'm gonna muck them up in the middle. So it was a bit nerve-wracking if I can't practice them all, and I just can't. There's just too much to do. And we haven't been out for more than a month now, I'd say. So I've been doing some forgetting. And the one on Sunday is with the band that I was out with last Saturday. So yes, a lot of the repertoire needs going through before the gig because it's fast and fiddly and it's, you know, gonna have little bits that I might get wrong if I don't practice. But we did do it last Saturday, so hopefully a lot of that has stuck because I practiced last week for that. I'm just going to do what I can. But basically, IB, my boyfriend, wants to update all the repertoire for the gig on Saturday and I just can't. It's too much for me to do this week. But he's given me a huge wad of tunes. And yesterday I wasn't vlogging, but I was printing out said tunes. Like, there's some of them there. These are the ones I haven't gone through yet. And these are the ones that I started to go through yesterday. And I thought, there's no hope in hell I'm going to have all these ready. But some of them I do know already. Like this one, for example, I could just play it. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through them and I'm putting a tag on the ones that I think I can do already without rehearsal. So I'll just inform him. I'll say, we can do those ones or the stuff from the old set. And I don't know if I can go through the old set. I don't know if I'm going to get time, but I'll try. 30 minutes later, and I've had a quick play through all the ones that I hadn't played through yesterday, and I've been tagging them. It's quite a lot of taggage. Yeah, I need to carry on. And I think I definitely need to go through the old numbers, because I know what'll happen. We'll get there on the night, IB will change his mind about the ones in here, and we'll end up doing the old set. So I'm going to have to practice them. Yeah. 3/4 of an hour in and I'm just getting too hungry. I'm sorry I haven't filmed any. It's because I'm a bit squeezed for time, and it all takes time and everything to set up lights and tripods and things. Anyway, I'm gonna have to make myself some lunch, and I've got no food in the house. Well, kind of. How's this Hoover doing? Oh yes, still flashing away. Not long to go now though. I heard back from the person that I needed to hear back from about that already. She answered that email with lightning speed, so yeah, I can go ahead and get that up tomorrow, which is my Thursday. Isabel is coming home today. She wasn't supposed to be. She changed her plans and I have no food. Well, I mean, it's all relative, isn't it? This is what I have in the way of fresh food. A cucumber, oh, it's flipping frozen and turned to mush. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Old celery, 1 pepper, 1 potato. We've got some very old sprouts indeed, but sprouts do keep well. So, I don't know. Knowing me, I can make a meal out of that. Okay, we're gonna have oven chips, fish fingers, and either frozen veg or those sprouts for tea. Right, that's that sorted. I don't know what I'm gonna eat now. It's occurred to me she might have eaten the oven chips. Because this happens when you leave teenagers home alone. The easy to cook food disappears. I think we've got enough. I'm gonna have, I'm actually gonna have soup and bread, soup and toast now for my lunch, because that will be easy. Is that enough chippage? Oh, it's a bit thin on the ground. Oh, Izzy bought herself this French fancy ice cream. She said it's not as good as she expected it to be. There might be enough chips there, it depends, because they do shrink down a bit, don't they? Oh, we've got those. I've been doing that self-employed person can't quite switch off at lunchtime thing, so I've managed to burn the toast while messaging somebody about gig logistics for the coming weekend. Anyway, that's nearly done. It's about to ding. Hey, there we are. There's good timing. Mushroom soup always explodes everywhere. I've had a disaster. I was trying to tip the yeast flakes in, you know, nice yeasty flavour, extra B vitamins, and a huge lump came plopping out. I'm trying to just fish the stuff that's not got wet yet out, and oh dear. Well, I mean, it might be extra tasty this way, I suppose. Should I just give up and stir it in? I don't want to put contaminated stuff back in the pot. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be brimming with vitality after I've had all this lot. Oh no. They're water soluble anyway. I'll pee them out, I guess, if I'm over-vitamined. Well, I've eaten that and I could feel myself breaking out into a sweat, but by the time I came down to show you, it had evaporated. Anyway, speaking of hot weather, let's have a look at the temperatures in the garden. So the shade temperature is 32, still, same as before. And the one that was in the shade that's now in the sun is 45 Celsius. 45.2, in fact. Oh, there's a nice framing of me in my shadow. Hello. That's the door reflection. It's the small things. I'm going to go and get my Doc Martens now and see if they are stretched. Oh, I got a new bag. I forgot to tell you, I got a new bag that's exactly like my old bag. Not this old bag, but the predating old bag. Oh, I'm so pleased. I forgot all about it. I'm going to transfer everything over now. Here we are, you see. So this is the section for me wallet and keys. You know, that sort of thing. Spare camera batteries. I have plenty of those. 1 pocket for the Sony camera, 1 pocket for the Canon, and this one, oh, so should have put this camera on a tripod, but this one for this one for the GoPro in there. So they're all completely separate from each other, because in this one I was having to put the Canon in there, and it really, I didn't feel very protected from bumps and things. So, you know, I quite often putting soft things in like that to pad them out so they don't scratch against each other. Anyway, much happier with this arrangement. And then if I've got any tissues or COVID masks, not that we're using them at the moment, but they can go in there. Yay! Or drink cans. yeah, cans of cold drink could go in there as well. Marvellous. It is that brand, by the way. This is the contents of that pocket of that bag. People like what's in my bag videos, don't they? Wallet, 2 pens randomly, don't know why I've got 2. Spare battery for the Canon, another spare battery for the Canon, and 2 spare GoPro batteries. Sweeties left over from London, which I haven't eaten. Glucose tablets for those wobbly moments on walks. A spare SD card in case this one randomly corrupts. And the only way to proceed is to delete all my footage, in which case I'll just switch them around and swap them later. And that is an SD converter for if I'm editing on the go and I need to edit with my little teeny tiny SD that's in my GoPro. So that's my bag, not the normal typical girl's handbag, I don't suppose, but I'm not a normal typical girl. Hopefully I can do without the nappy pin for this one, because it can be a bit problematic, because sometimes it catches in my hair while I'm pulling it over my head, and then I'm like, ah, everybody stop what they're doing. I may be sometime, and I'm like trying to pull it all out without ripping my hair out. Hasn't happened often, but maybe 2 or 3 times, and that's enough times. There they are, look, on the stretcher. Look what's back from the cobblers. I tried them on in there and they feel fine. There we are, excuse the socks. Yeah, they feel fine. What a difference, a real difference, and you won't believe how much that cost. £2.95. And I looked up the cost of these new on Amazon earlier and it is £130, but they're a little bit different actually. The ones on Amazon are the T-bar ones. It's got a bit that goes up here, and I think that might be better for me, for my foot shape actually. But anyway, I'm obviously not going to get any different ones, am I? So I've just saved about £127 today. Now this thing is showing all 4 of these lights lit up, so I think that's charged, and that wasn't 4 hours, it was a lot less. So I'm tempted to film the rest of that now, which is going to be in the other video. I'm very red-faced. It's really hot out. Izzy is back, by the way. She came in just as I was going out and she seems to have disappeared off upstairs. Muttered something about wanting to do some drawing and off she went. Do you know what? I think it's okay, but I am going to leave it a little bit longer just in case I need to give it the full 4 hours, because I don't want it to not be up to its maximum suckage for the demonstration video. So I'm going to go practice a bit more on my flute now. I was getting myself into a bit of a stress over this earlier, just looking at the sheer amount of stuff to go through and just thinking, I just can't do it all. It's 7:10 in the evening now, and look at these sprouts. I've never seen such elongated sprouts in my life. Yes, they're a little bit out of date, but I'm just kind of removing any manky bits, and we're ending up with nice inner bits. You just missed a comedy scene in my garden. I was just swilling out my compost bin with a high-powered jet from the hosepipe, as I do, and guess what fell off? And before it did completely fall off, a little tiny aperture opened between it and the rest of the pipe, and out came a high pressure jet of water and squirted me in the face. But I got out of the way very quickly, so there's not much to see actually. I had to get a bit of a soaking. I think I need to put that on the to fix it list. I need to get my fish fingers on. Somebody's been eating the fish fingers. There was supposed to be a whole box of 8. That's kind of scuppered my plans somewhat. Gonna have to improvise. Luckily there appear to be some mozzarella sticks left, so I'm just gonna fry them as well. Oh, we've got 4. How many of these have we got? Quite a few. Okay, we can have half and half. 3 mozzarella sticks and 2 fish fingers. It might be too much actually, I'm not sure, but I think the mozzarella sticks will be nice cold tomorrow if they get left over. Well, I've messed up all the timings on my dinner. I've had a little nibble. These aren't quite done. The sprouts are done. Let's turn them off, actually. The oven chips beeped, and they are done. Given that it's 29.9 degrees in here, I don't think they're going to cool down anytime soon. I got kind of distracted, A, by the size of the sprouts, the sheer volume of them. I thought they're going to take a long time to cook. Actually, they didn't. And then I was distracted by being squirted at high velocity in the face by the hose pipe. Anyway, I'm going to serve up and we're going to watch Escape to the Country. And Evan Cortez in the comments says that he watches that on American TV, and I'm really, really surprised that it's broadcast over there, but apparently it is, so there's an interesting fact for you. I really appreciate you watching this video. Please give it a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!